Hello, welcome back to the channel. I want to make this my last video on the Jake Paul situation because, well, it, it's good to talk about these issues because they never stop. Like, people do stupid things in this world and then they end up getting themselves into trouble and then end up making it bigger when you don't even realize it. It's like, from the looting that Jake Paul did at the Arizona Mall in Scottsdale, Arizona, I thought that was just a small crime, like the trespassing and that stuff, but I did not even imagine that. I did not imagine that the FBI would be on Jake Paul's tail. He's now wanted by the FBI. Possibly, from what I know, from holding Corona parties in his mansion in Arizona. But it could be for something else. It could be because he has guns in his house or whatever. So he's in a world of trouble, as I mentioned in my last video. So why did he put himself in this situation? Well, number one, this topic of everybody wants internet clout is an ongoing thing. And it's just something that needs to be people talk about it for, lots of times. I mean, there are internet clout chasers everywhere. Now, I can name some of the clout chasers out there that are psychopaths and just plain dumb. I'll put it that way. Do you remember those couple that appeared on Dr. Phil? And they were two kids, or guys, thinking they're 18 or 17, teen years, or maybe adults. But anyway, these guys appeared on Dr. Phil. And the girl that looks like a guy is wanting his dream is to make more viral videos. And, you know, do that kind of stuff that is really, really stupid. She wants to make, or he, I'm not getting the genders mixed up because, this guy looked pretty much like he was transgender. Being that he had like makeup and a wig that was supposed to look like a girl's wig. It was like really, really messed up. But that's what people do. If you haven't gone to the doctor, they ask you what gender you are. Well, they ask you, are you transgender? Are you bisexual? Or no, it's a lot to actually say and remember. So I don't want to go over all of it, but it's they ask you a lot of questions on your doctors, on doctored papers, and you know, every time you go to the doctor, they give you a slip that you need to fill out on a clipboard, and they ask you all these kind of questions. They ask you if you're like, have you felt different in the past couple times, or you know, they want to know everything about you so that they can figure out what your problem is with your health. Back to going about the other guy that appeared on Dr. Phil. He said his family is too irrelevant for him. I mean, that the guy's family, he says, is no good for him. So, yeah, that's pretty sad. It's pretty sad how these clout chasers are, you know, dumb enough to, you know, take clout to an extreme level that, you know, you just don't feel like you need anything else. Back to the topic of Jake Paul. So he started filming in the mall in Scottsdale, Arizona, all the looting and that stuff that has occurred. And he too has looted himself, because someone handed him a bottle of champagne at his while he was filming. These guys come into a Chinese restaurant, bring out a bottle of champagne, and hand it to this guy. And he gets very giddy about it. Just, well, he's, let's put it this way. Jake Paul is known to be doing, you know, a lot of stupid stuff. And that's what he is. He denies the fact that he does stupid stuff, but yet he'll go and tell reporters and that stuff. Look, I acknowledge this, and I know, I gotta, you know, change the way I'm doing things, because I know people are starting to notice me and that stuff, and I really need to make a big change here. So, this going into the mall and that stuff, I was just documenting on everything that was going on here in America, and it's just something that all Americans needed to see and that stuff. That is why I want to document this. Yeah, you want to know the truth? It was just for his own personal gain. And famous people like Jake Paul are going to do some, are going to at least do some low-level crimes and that stuff without even realizing it, and then think they're going to get off scot-free when it turns into, you know, a bigger issue. And it could get the government on you. It could get the government involved. It can, you know, be a situation where the government wants to track you if you go to jail or prison, and they may order the police to put ankle braces on you so they can keep an eye on you and watch you. Because the government would probably know how dumb of a celebrity you behave like, and, you know, we all know celebrities, and celebrities, when they make a bunch of money and that stuff, most of the time, how they act around people on this stuff is pretty crappy. And they don't treat you with respect at all. They just care about money. Like, that's the only thing that matters to them. And for Jake Paul, back onto the clout subject, he wanted the internet clout, which is why he filmed all of this. It was for his own personal gain, which was clout, that he could start making a bunch of money off of YouTube on a bunch of looting viral content that he would expect to get millions of views on. But it was a stupid thing for him to do. Anyway, the guy's locked up in jail. I'm sure there are courts deciding on what to do with Jake Paul, because the FBI's raided his home or mansion in Arizona, and now he's in a mess of trouble. Big time. Real trouble. But yeah, if you really want to be making a lot of money and that stuff, and you're a millionaire and that stuff, people don't want you going off and acting like a crappy person, because that's just going to earn you more dislike. And I hate saying this, but people are going to start hating you for, you know, what you are. It's just the fact. Anyway, thank you much for watching this video. If you liked, comment, subscribe, and I appreciate the 120 plus views that I have gotten on the eShop clothing. I understand this. The content you won't be able to retrieve outside of the US anymore off of the eShops. However, you can still get some of this content on the Switch, so it's not really like a big deal. Anyway, thank you guys so much for those views that you've given me on my channel, and also watching my implosion videos, which has gotten 300. And I will see you all later. This is Charles Morse. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video.